Hi, and once again, welcome to joining the journey of faith that we can walk together, encouraging one another to once again mature in our faith and in our faithful walk while we inhabit the earth. You know, I was thinking this week as I was preparing for this Sunday's message about a time and space. You know, several years ago, I had a friend who was being inducted as a pastor. And I was invited to the service, and he had chosen a special speaker, a friend of his, to come and give kind of a wonderful message of support and relationship building. And in that message, I'll never forget it, the speaker said to the church, you know, I bet you have a space here for the pastor to do his work, but I hope you don't call it an office. You know, an office, he said, has that institutional kind of thought. And he said sometimes the word office has different connotations. I got to admit, I always hated in grade school when the announcements came on and all of a sudden the speaker would say, James Tiffin, to the vice principal's office. You know, 9 times out of 10, it wasn't for good reasons. Probably I was being mischievous. And, you know, that visit was not so easygoing while I went to the vice principal's office. Well, then the speaker went on to say, I hope you call it the pastor's study, because that's where he can take his books and his preparation, his meditation, and he can study the Word of God and bring it to that point of presenting it to you in a message that you can take, enjoy, be encouraged, and strengthened in your journey. So I have here at Grace Baptist my space, the pastor's study. Do you have a space? A space and a time where you can go and open the Word of God and take time of prayer? You know, in the movie War Room, we found an older lady in selling her house, showed this realtor her space. It was originally a closet by the contractor, but it turned into her war room, her prayer closet. And in it was not clothes. There was a chair, some post-it notes, some scriptures, and some praises. And she would go into that room often as her space with God, her time with God. Do you have a prayer closet, a study, a space where you can go and go often to meet with the Lord? This week we want to be spurred on by Christian behavior, attitudes, and opportunities to once again come before God, to study, to pray, to sing, and to rejoice. It's more than just a Sunday. It's a everyday. And if you go right back to Genesis, you're going to find that that's what God has always intended for us. It said there that in the cool of the afternoon, he walked with Adam and Eve in the garden. Well, he still wants to walk and walk with you. And when we walk with him, we can fulfill what Paul told Timothy. He said in Timothy, 2 Timothy 2:15, do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a workman that does not need to be ashamed, and who correctly handles the word of truth. You know, to correctly handle it is to study it, to meditate, to pray over it, and then to live it out. That's what we're going to work on this week, and I hope I'll see you there. May God bless.